this is the revision of the spread of Western civilization because the last video had gotten messed up with the audio or something. The audio wanted to double up or something like that. But yeah, we've all started from this little group of barbarian people around here somewhere, and 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 they've gotten more intelligent over the years, and they moved down to the peninsulas down here to Greece and Italy. They were called Hellenic people, and they made languages. Latin is the most common language known of the first civilization group of people. And then Greece had a lot of schools that people went to, and they found divinity and divine people, and made a lot of knowledge of that. And Greece had certain divine people that were being taught lessons of God and nature. And Greece would send people out to different areas, like Alexander the Great. He made it all the way to he made it all the way to India, and all the way back is what they say. And then Cleopatra was also from Greece. I believe she was a scholar as well, and she made it to Egypt before before one of her kids had gotten dominated by Rome when Rome was taken over. And Rome was also a part of the Hellenic group. They most likely came down from this area right here somewhere, and one tribe most likely went over here, made Latin. The other tribe went over here and made Greek. There was more tribes that went over here, but that got taken over by Rome. And Rome and Greece were kind of like companions in the taking over of the Mediterranean and the understanding of knowledge for the world. So there was Egypt, there was Rome, and there was Greece, the three major trade ports. And so they passed over the time, and the time being, they went over here to make France and Spain as they were taking over the Mediterranean. And they also, I believe they also went through and made Jerusalem and this area, Syria area, where the Bible comes from actually. And all down here, the Egyptians. And then they went up here and tried to take this land, but there were different teachings at that time. So so um so it was a different way of making the land. It wasn't taking the land. It was more like uniting the land and uniting the people to also be intelligent as the rulers of Rome were. And that was about the medieval era, where there was kings, and there was kings parting with the bishops, and there was kingship, but there was also religion, and those two is what controlled the world in the medieval era. And there was wars, and they all understood that religion was the thing on the top. That everyone respected the religion because religion is what made the divine people to a fuller understanding of the kingship that they had. And yeah, this was it was Britannia with France and Rome with a little part of Germany and all this area, I suppose. Mm, most likely Spain was there as well, and that was the trade port right here, and it was about 1300 to 1600. This was, and then it was, and then Rome had Greece and Turkey and Constanta was a major area as well. And then there was Egypt, which was a part of Arabia, as Arabia had taken over the Egypt area. They had gotten all the understandings of gods and Egyptian gods, and they most likely made their own. Uh, Respecting the Bible, of course, because the Bible is of one God that does everything, that controls everything. And yeah, they had wars and stuff in Britain around 1600, 1700, and wars with Ireland and Scotland wanted to be a part of England, and the war ended up being, I guess, they wanted to go discover new land over here. So so a group of people from Scotland and England, they gathered up some ships that were worthy enough to sail across the across over here because they heard what's his name, Columbus. They heard Columbus had made it over there, so they made some ships and they made it all the way over here somehow, all the way to this part. And when they made it to this part, it was George Washington who they elected as the president for for the area eventually, and it eventually led to Britain coming over to see if they were doing everything correct, carrying on the religion and the kingship. So George Washington had to go and make churches and stuff, and there was a fight between America and Britain. It was the Revolutionary War, I think, and there was also the Civil War, as the Revolutionary War had taken over. The the states started fighting each other, and that was North versus South, and the South believed more in there should be freedom and no police, and there should be slaves and no laws at all, because it should be a free land. And the North, they were more of they were more with the religion and the kingship. Like there should be laws and there should be churches and stuff. And the North finally won as it led into the Civil War. And yeah, they made their way all the way over. I'm pretty sure Canada was split up later on, and I don't know. It's a part of the French territory somehow. But yeah, there were Italians and French and people from Britain to come over and help with controlling this part of the land, and it was actually a war between French purchased it and made the churches and abolished slavery in the South. He had gave all the people who were living here, the Indians, it gave them a choice to understand the higher understanding of religion and law, or they can or they were forced to go over here to Mexico, and there was religion there as well, but it was kind of different than leaving an area because you didn't. It was just different a little bit. So some of the Indians that were living there, they went to Mexico, and some of them got their own private reserves. The purchase was able to be made. So then there was a gold rush in California. Everyone started moving to California, and 1500, it was about that some Italian explorers made it to this area, and they started making churches to keep the world sane. And yeah, I don't know much about South America, but all this area was there were the Mayans before the Italians came through, and somehow this would be England's, and this most likely was all of independence. So this was the spread of Western civilization. Revision from the last video.